Women's Aid is a national support service for women, and we have been supporting women, thousands of women, since 1975. So we're coming up to our 50th anniversary. It is sad to think that we're a booming organisation today, given the issue that we're dealing with. But nonetheless, I think, to have a support service and have the services that we do have, and make the services aware to, nationally, women know where to go. They know where to kind of reach out for support.
Without technology, we certainly wouldn't be able to meet the demand from women on our services.
I knew that whenever we took them over as a client, they had very much aging on-premise servers, really old hardware, old databases, users working, while they were able to work remotely, it was all over VPNs and things like that. So this journey really, it did start back in 2019. We took Women's Aid on that journey to, I suppose, use the Microsoft cloud more. But as time went on, that aging database and, the need for, unfortunately, all the, like Linda touched on, the expansion, this is growing at a really, really large rate. We needed something new. So we proposed to Women's Aid about the idea of, let's build a Power App. We developed a Power App with the Women's Aid users in mind. The app itself was tailored to flow as a call would flow or a contact would flow. The Women's Aid staff themselves were involved, and I genuinely believe this is the reason why the project went so well. They were involved at the onset. We were asking for feedback. They were giving us ideas. There was quite a lot of testing gone into it. So they were brought along on the journey. We held training sessions with them.
I think the team kind of embraced it at such an extent that they could see that it was beneficial, not just to our whole process in the service provision that we provide, the collection of data, the streamlining of it, but also for themselves to feel like they had a certain amount of control over their environment.
It's been amazing to think where we are now, when even reflecting back to where we were before. So I think given, and Gavin mentioned, given the volunteers' ownership over entering their data has been a huge step for us, because previous to that, as Linda said, it was centralised, it was done through the administrator. So to have them be responsible for their own input of data has been a huge step for us in, I suppose, empowering them really, in terms of the work that they do on the helpline, because it's so important. And while it's early stages in terms of, I suppose, the impact on our work, we can certainly say, those 45 minutes at the end of the day, we don't need to give that over now to inputting and coordinate the database. So that's going to be huge in itself.
I think from our perspective, it means that we will be much more effective. I think for the service users, we'll be able to respond to one or two more that we might not have been able to because we've been doing paperwork. So I think from that perspective, Michaela, it's beneficial on all levels, and the team are eager to be as efficient and productive as possible, because of the issue that we work with. We're not a call centre. So when we're on to somebody, it's that person that's our priority, So everybody who is on a call receiving support will receive the support that they've, phoned in or made contact with us to get. And we take pride in the fact that we're not rushing to get to the next call. That might sound a little bit neglectful, but when that person that you're engaged with in that moment of time, that's the person, that's the priority. People will get through to us either through any of the channels that we offer, and we also offer a return call. So if you want to leave a voice message, if it's safe for you to do so, we can give you a call back, and we regularly check that. So we try and get to as many people as possible. Since we've been dealing with supportIT now over 4 years, we've always found them completely customer friendly and focused. So we never, there's never a time when you reach out that you don't get like a really kind of rapid response. This process now for us, because I mean, it's such a big deal in terms of handing over our data and the work that we do and putting all of that into, I suppose, Gavin and Patrick's hands, supportIT, is really, there has to be a lot of trust there. And you know something, there was no element that we that we had any fears about, because they're so reassuring, so capable, competent, expert at what they do. No question was too big or small. And do you know what the best bit was? They speak our language.
Yeah, that's really important too.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
It's
we get
so
that a lot.
important. And you know, like, not to get bogged down in the tech speak, because when you're not technically minded, you know, that can really kind of put you off. But the guys, they speak your language, and you know, they don't come with the jargon.
The lengths you both, and probably all at supportIT, but particularly Gavin and Patrick, went to try and understand our work, and to have, like, even hearing you speaking before, it's quite touching to know that, you know, you understand the work that we do. And as Linda said, when we sit at those meetings and we're using words that we use every day, and it could be quite difficult to hear, I suppose, you know, the content of some of that, I suppose, just the efforts that were made to really understand our work and provide a solution to something that we knew we had to, so it was very timely when it came. So it kind of, we said the stars aligned and it worked. But just I just think they went above and beyond, really, I think, in terms of just trying to find a solution for us and support us in our work. It's been a great journey. So thanks, supportIT.